Good morning, everybody. So the plan this morning is to just kind of do whatever. I don't really have a ton of things planned. I'm just working on something, kind of maybe another Oceansy style sort of sweet piece that's got a lot of different melodies and sections in it. Stream today probably going to be pretty short. Normally we don't stream on Tuesdays because normally I have the kid to watch. And today he's out with his mom for a little bit, but I'm not sure for how long. So, um, my guess is, let me just load the Twitch dashboard here. My guess is that maybe an hour. We'll see. I don't know. Other thing is, I'm not going to be using the mic a ton. I want to use my monitors today. I don't want to put on headphones. So, yeah, let's just do whatever. So I'm going to pop this thing off. I'll be in and out for coffee and stuff as usual. Let's get started. So that's where we are right now, about 6 minutes in, kind of moving into a slightly more turbulent area. This part right here is real nice, but it needs some work. Let's listen to it again. Other reason I'm having the mic off for a lot today is I have a terrible cough. I think what needs to happen here is we need to have 3 octaves instead of 2. So if I paste this here and move it down an octave. the mic on. Sorry about that. Hopefully it didn't phase too much. Yeah, sounding pretty good. I think the strings need some volume work here. Just going to copy this across to give it just a little bit more meat by doubling it on a second string library. Some melody, maybe on this super string. Hello, Phoenix. How's it going? The new setup? Do you mean the new servers? The new sample servers? Oh yeah, yeah, okay, that is what you mean. I have it loaded. I don't think anything is loaded. This is an older piece, so that it doesn't use it right now. I have it loaded right here. I just haven't loaded anything into it. I have my templates all switched over, where I've basically moved all my Spitfire libraries to it. But yeah, this is not. This is just on my classic template because I was working on this prior to the servers arriving. So not at the moment. Although I do have it loaded with some libraries. Like we could add a Spitfire library maybe later if it makes sense. I've currently got them installed on 2 of them. So I've been liking them so far. I mean, they've been really. I've only got one set up because SSDs are expensive, but the next one will come along here soon. You know, the one thing I was concerned about is that they're older, and so their processors are a little old. It's a X5670 2.93. But I have not seen anything that's causing it to choke yet. So we'll see. This is being silly. Why is this all the way over here? It should be down the corner. Ugh, it's so hard to grab this one. Anyway, I'll fix that later. So yeah, we might use them, but we're not using them at the moment. I have not really used the loaded thousands of contact instruments like Junkie claims he runs on them, but I don't see why not. I mean, in terms of excuse me, in terms of actual usage that I've seen per instrument, I'm seeing better results, at least with the Spitfire libraries I've loaded, than the i7 I have over here. So far, we'll see. 92 gigs of RAM each, though. So, yeah. I saw somebody on VI Control saying that the limiting factor on most sample server setups is CPU, and I was like, I never run out of CPU. I run out of RAM way faster than CPU. So I don't know. I also saw people saying that this Bose from QL Pianos was terrible, and I was like, you're an idiot. Well, I shouldn't say that. You're mistaken. Just want to work this transition here. Hanging notes on Hans Zimmer strings. Soup's annoying. Right? Is that what it's from? Or is it this? Hey, how's it going? Sorry, the mic is a little bit not being used a lot today because A, bronchitis, B, I want to use the monitors. So if I'm a little delayed on chat, just forgive me here. Does it not upset you, annoy you, streaming for 1 to 2 people? Whatever. You know what I've started doing is I've started loading the Twitch dashboard and chat on a little iPad I usually use for like Metagrid over here. And that's nice because it can't fit the viewer count. So I don't even know how many people are watching. Yeah, it's okay to watch it back later. Sometimes, like today, I just turned it on just for fun. Hopefully we're not getting too much phasing with the monitors because I've got the mic on, but... What is holding? Is it this? Oh, no, that's good. That's good. That should be holding. Is this holding? See, this should not be holding. I do not know why Hans Zimmer strings is holding. Been working on this for a few days off stream. There's a sale on Gravity. Is it worth getting? Gravity is really controversial. I have it. I don't use it a lot. Here, I'll just show it real fast. I think I have it on these Vox pads. No, it's on Sautier. It just depends on. It depends. It has some really powerful features. What it really needs, and I think what would make it worth the $500 price, which is what it normally is if they would let you do the Omnisphere thing and load in your own sample. But you're kind of stuck with what they give you. This is interesting. So it can be a little bit frustrating to use sometimes. It has some really cool stuff in it. Where is Gravity? I have these so disorganized. So I have this loaded with Gravity right now. With a Vocalese pack. Maybe that's Voxpad 2, sorry. Oh, that's Voxpad 1. This is cool. I love this. Beach Ball. I mean, it's playing back sound. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth 200. It depends on how much 200 is for you. I would say if 200 for you is kind of a lower price sample library, like if you like look at your libraries and you normally see $200 sample library and you're like, sure, I'll try it, you know, not really caring a whole lot if it's gonna be good, then I would say pick it up. If 200 for you is expensive, I would say maybe hold off on it unless you're planning to do a lot of pad based stuff. I mean, it is powerful usually. I mean, where's regular Gravity? This is Vocalese. So I mean, I like its hits a lot. Like some of its hits are really good. Like here's its hits menu. This comes in vanilla Gravity. Did it load or did I? It's got some really cool hits, some really cool sound design stuff. I don't know. I feel like it's just the big con of Gravity is that it is if that's a lot for you, maybe pass on it. I mean, maybe watch a video on it, see if it's something you think you would use. Like maybe find a walkthrough. I don't know if there's any good walkthroughs that Heaviosity puts out, but there's probably some on YouTube. Yeah, here's a hit. That's a cool hit, and it's got this cool evolving tail that sounds like a jet engine. Yeah, Heaviosity stuff in general tends to be a little bit overexpensive in my opinion. Here's some of the pads. I'll just show it off a little bit so people can actually see. Here's an aggressive. Where's an aggressive pad? Bending Destruction. Oops. No, don't do that way. This sample server is reaching its max here. Hold on, let me just... So here's like an aggressive pad. I mean, it'd be really good for a drone, you know? You know, that's a preset, and you can go in and you can do stuff like change the reverb and... looks like they've got some filters on this by default. Why is there a low? Oh, to give it that evolve. Yeah, we could give it some lo-fi distortion. So, if that's your bread and butter, it's not. I'm torn on Gravity because it's not that it's a bad library. It's not a bad library. It's actually a good library. I think the interface is a little hard to use, and like I said, I think it's a little bit... I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah, synths are hard. I don't do a lot of synth stuff. I'm really come from a traditionally classical background, you know, writing for orchestra. I mean, some of these... Where's the... Stuff like this is gorgeous. I mean, this is a beautiful pad. So is Orbiting Saturn here. But I mean, you're kind of stuck with what comes with it. In terms of a source. You can go in and mess with it. And it usually has, you know, like there's 3 layers to each sound usually. But I mean, there's no way on here to go grab, the source here and mess with it a whole lot. Or if there is, I haven't found it in the years I've owned it. So it's good. I think the expansion packs for it are good. So for example, they have these Vocalese Gravity packs that have just gorgeous. They're based on recorded vocals. They're pretty good. I mean, they're pretty good. They're maybe, but that's like, what is it, like $20 or whatever. On top of that, beautiful phrase menus too in Vocalese. Vocalese is gorgeous. Obviously those are phrase menus, but they're beautiful. They've got these cool pedal combos. So if you want it to be a little what's his name? The guy who does he died. Arrival. What's his name? If you wanted to be him, you could be a little him. But again, that's an expansion pack for it. I think you can actually buy these expansions without owning Gravity. But I would check into that. Actually, hold on. What does this sound like with what we're currently doing? I love that this is controlled by velocity. I don't like it when things are controlled by velocity. I think this should be controlled by modulation. I mean, it's tempo synced, so. But let's turn it down a little bit. And actually, what it needs is more reverb. Let's put some kill spaces on that bad boy. Hold on, let's solo it and just loop this for just a second. So I'm thinking 1.2. Let's see. Not quite enough. Maybe 2.3. That's 3.2. So I mean, we can have that. We can have that. I do like it, but it needs to kind of fade away. Let's put it mostly on the back end here. Yeah, I mean, I guess my verdict on Gravity is it's always hard to recommend things because I don't know what's a lot and what's a little for some people because if you do this for a living like I do, a $200 library, it's like sure it's fine to try it out. You can do stuff like this the super string. I was like I had no idea what it sounded like. I was like, oh, let's try it out. Turned out to be a great library, but if it hadn't been, I'd figure out some other use for it and throw it in. It wouldn't be a big deal. But for some people, $200, it's like, hey, if it's not good, that's a lot of money for me, and that's totally cool. I mean, that's understandable. So if $200 is a lot for you, I would say hold off on Gravity. Probably better to spend $200 on Omnisphere because Omnisphere is a lot better, and I think it's about that price, right? Like 250, 300, something like that. But at the same time, I would say if $200 is a lot for you and you bought it and you feel bad, don't feel bad. Just go out and use it. Or I'm gonna put like a butt ton of reverb on this and see what happens. Let's put the 6-second Hamburg Cathedral on it. Yeah. Oh, Omnisphere's $500. I'd say Omnisphere is definitely worth $500 because Omnisphere allows. First of all, Omnisphere comes with and just an insane number of presets. Just insane. I mean, Omnisphere is. Where's my Omnis? I have Omnis here. I mean, I actually have it locally too here. I mean, this is like, you've got just, I mean, you could just scroll and your finger's going to fall off before you're done. I mean, it's just forever. And then what I do is I buy little outside patches from the Unfinished, which are even better. So, and Plugin Guru is another guy who does really great Omnisphere stuff. Omnisphere is, I think, probably a must-have. If you're looking at $200 for Gravity, save that $200, buy Omnisphere next time it's on sale, or save $200 another time and buy Omnisphere. Omnisphere is good. These are triplets, right? They're supposed to be. Da 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 da. So this just needs to go here. All these need to be a little bit more cleanly articulated. These are eighth notes. No, they're quarter triplets. Dur. If we just did that an octave higher, I think. Let's try it. And in context. I mean, you shouldn't worry about. Worry about your mix later. Right now, worry about like these bass notes are doing something important, right? They're signaling an F sharp, F sharp, F sharp minor, E major, C sharp minor. Like they have a function. So I mean, if that clouds up the mix, then just work on the mix. So I don't worry about the mix when I'm worried about like harmony, because harmony is way more important than the mix. That's my opinion. Some people will tell you differently. Yeah, I would say write music first and worry about production later. Like, production is important. You have to do it. But if the music's not good, it doesn't matter how well it's mixed. So get good ideas out. And then, like if you listen to this and it's too muddy down here, I'm actually probably going to reinforce those low notes with a low brass, I bet. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me just get it on the record as being quiet. Hold on. I bet you that sounds good. Could even do more. Again, I just say don't worry about your mix until you've got a good idea. Then worry about mixing it. That's my opinion. Because who cares if what you're saying is not interesting, then it doesn't matter how well it's mixed. It just doesn't matter. Nobody will care. transit. I didn't turn off the mic. The transition is rough, but we'll get there. Transition is mega rough. Hold on. There's a dog in my house, and I'm pretty sure she's being naughty. I'll be right back. All right. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people. Yeah, I see all this Sturm und Drang on the internet, on VI Control, on SoundCloud, on all these places where people are swapping all these mix tips and like ways to make your mix better, and that is great. There is nothing wrong with that. In an orchestral vein, though, mixing and orchestration are not different things, I would say. Mixing and orchestration are, your orchestration should do your mixing for you. Generally, if you're having to go in and do a ton of work on your mix to make it sound legible, or to make it sound coherent, probably take a look at your orchestration. Maybe you're doubling too much. Maybe you're out of balance. I mean, always remember when you build a chord, doesn't matter what chord it is, it's always made up of three primary members: root, third, and fifth. And among those, the root has to be the loudest, the fifth the second loudest, and you need just a little bit of that third. I mean, listen to that. I mean, very little third. You can play every A on the piano. And one C sharp will make an A major chord. That is one C sharp versus what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 A's. One C sharp. So be aware of that more, I would say, than being aware of mixing. Mixing is important. Mixing is good. There are people who are geniuses with mixing, and I think that they have a valuable contribution to add, and they have lots to show you. But if you concentrate on mixing without concentrating on chord voicing and orchestration, no amount of mixing can save you from bad voicing. It just can't. This arcade, I think, is one of the reasons why that's sounding bad. Yeah, I mean, I used to do it with my piano students all the time, because in piano, when you're playing a piano chord, you should be aware of that your thirds are it's so easy for thirds to just become this massively overpowering thing. It's important in ensemble playing, and this is why I talk a lot about, to the extent possible, if you can sing in a choir, even like a local community choir or like a church choir, or if you play an instrument, if you can play in like a wind band or an orchestra, that you learn so much about things by just doing that. I mostly compose full time, but I still sing at a local chamber group, just so I have that connection to reality, because and that performative aspect. Because if you can get into that and do that, it's really helpful. I wasn't even talking. I had the mic off that whole time. Sorry. What I was saying. Ah, there we go. You put the third in the bottom of the chord. That is O Magnum Mysterium. That not that melody, but that's how he does that beautiful. I don't know exactly how it goes, but yeah, that's how that sounds. That's why that sounds like it does. I'm gonna go get my cup of coffee. I'm gonna play this all the way through while I've gone here. think we're going to use this theme later. We're going to sort of introduce it in like little snippets here, and then later it'll be a whole section. Hey, her crab. I guess now where do we go from here? Let's turn off that mega reverb on the whole track here. Gotta listen to this last bit here. What if we did like choir, like no, it's just 7 minutes and 29 seconds. It just does that because the reel for Simpty, because the reel's always on hour one. It means reel one. And when you do video it, I just haven't changed it. I'm not even sure. Can you? I don't even know. Fun tip, I mean, just for in a moment of education, typically, if you're scoring a film, what they do is this hour marker becomes what reel. So like, because they used to like, actually film on film, and it would be which actual physical reel you were on, and you would typically have, I think it's like 10, 7, 10, something like that. So anyway, and that's, by the way, when you see like film cues, it's like 7M2. It means reel 7, minute 2. Which chord, though? Which one are you talking about? The one I'm playing now, or the one that's over here? What chord is? Oh, I see. You're spelling a chord. G, F, G, A flat, C. That's a F minor with an added G, so F minor add 2. So we're, depending on what key you're in, like a 1 with a passing or added tone. It could also be could also function kind of as like, well, no, it's really F minor with G in it. Oh, I forgot these are with it. I wouldn't call that a sus2. What's the difference? I mean, you could call it a sus2. I mean, it depends on if it's suspended. Suspended just means that it's like this. It means that it's going somewhere. Alright, that's what suspended means. So if you were going to go... or you just like move it up to the A flat or down to the F, then it would be suspended. That's one thing I don't like about guitar chords, is that they'll call a suspended chord and then never resolve it, in which case it's not really suspended. See how that sounds. So we'll probably keep the percussion up at least. Yeah, and sorry this phasing. I really don't want to use headphones today. see here. So we have, this one. So let's look at it. So basically, we just need to move the C up to a D to make it a D major chord, right? Right? So D, this is A major, so we should be able to just... And then we'll just do this one. We'll move these down to... So we should get now is, let's just solo it. Fix the rhythm issues. I think this needs some beefing up. Yeah, I mean, I don't ever delete them. Twitch deletes them after a certain number of days because I'm not a partner. But I do export them to YouTube. So I do. They all are permanently there to the extent possible. I think I've missed like 2 on YouTube. actually like that much better than I was expecting in context. Do we repeat it? Don't. We are missing an obvious opportunity for Mark Tree. I mean, I don't even know why I'm even composing if I'm not going to put the Mark Tree in. Okay, I think there needs to be a transition there. I think just this timpani thing will work. Sorry, I've been meaning to have this on the whole time because people ask for it, but I forget about it. Oh, I've been talking into nothing. Sorry. People keep asking for this keyboard, so I keep forgetting to put it up. So I will put it up, at least for the last part. This chord progression is F sharp, minor, D major, A major, and where you want it to go is then to the 5. But where I'm going here is to F major to make it a little bit sneaky. All right. We could totally change keys here. Easiest curve in the universe. Just a giant crescendo, I think. I think that's right. This is really our main theme right here. I think this theme that we talked about using later, I think that's going to go here in a more energetic version. I think this build-up's going to go to this. I just got to transpose it out of G. Love how these get stuck. I do this, does it fix it? Yeah. Here's the counter melody. Theme then like a really super energetic version of In string octaves, of course. Ah! Why? Stop. Soaring horn lines. And chordally, from a harmonic perspective, I think we're doing, what is our usual? Hey J47J. Hi. It's going okay. It's going pretty well, actually. We're having a good day. Unfortunately, I think you caught me close to the end. Yeah. F sharp minor. Turn off some effects here. It's getting a little ridiculous here. And we're peaking, of course. Let's put some rums in it. Yes. Don't. So remember I was talking earlier about how orchestration and mixing are like the same thing. Right now, this is kind of poorly orchestrated. I'm gonna have to go back and I'm just sketching it out, kind of. But yeah, that's why it's a little bit empty. It kind of needs a little bit more, underneath it. I also don't. I think the key signature is wrong, but that's okay. Or time signature rather. All right, that's in a good. I mean, a good sketched out place where it makes sense and it's going somewhere interesting, which usually is where I put a little break so that I'm excited next time when I start, so I'm not just like floundering. There's an obvious place where that's going. So let's listen to the whole thing and we'll call it a day. First, let's praise the beach ball. Sorry again for all the mic off and on today. I just, like I said, I want to use my monitors. So. Cool. So that's in good shape. That is in great shape. So yeah, let's call it a day. Yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. Quick bit of self promotion here. Give me just a second to move this window around. That we do have that long piece we did a while back, which we have titled Oceans. All the 10 movements of it, clocked in ultimately at about 24 minutes. So it'll show up in iTunes and stuff as a single. It's a 24-minute single, so it costs $10. That's why. Yeah, you could pre-order it now. He said. I hate letting those words come out of my mouth. That sounds so terrible. Anyway, so yes, we got all the names done. We called it Oceans, and I am sick, so I'm going to go drink some tea, and I'll see everybody next time. Bye. Oops, not be right.